The mansion had fallen silent, but not the kind of silence that comforts. It was the heavy silence of grief, the suffocating quiet that follows after too many tears have been shed. Two little beds stood in the corner of the children's wing, their sheets wrinkled from tiny bodies tossing and turning through endless nights. The twins, barely 6 years old, had not known real sleep since the day their mother left this world. Their eyes, once full of laughter and innocence, now looked older than their years, carrying shadows no child should ever bear. Their father, a man of great wealth but a broken heart, wandered through the hallways like a ghost in his own home, clutching onto memories and photographs that could not fill the void. Money could buy silence, it could buy help, but it could not buy peace for his children's aching souls. And that is where the story truly begins, not with riches, but with brokenness. Not with power, but with sleepless nights and the desperate hope that one day, somehow, healing would return to this house. Sparkles, before I continue, if you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel, Royal Stories, so we can keep bringing you more heart-touching stories. Your support means everything. Sparkles. The man's name was Alexander Volkov, a self-made millionaire whose business empire stretched across continents. To the world, he was a symbol of power and success, but behind closed doors he was just a widower, broken, watching helplessly as his children suffered. The twins, Sophia and Mikhail, had been the pride and joy of his late wife, Elena. She had been the heart of the family, the one who turned the cold mansion into a warm home. When illness came swiftly and stole her away, Alexander's empire meant nothing. The children clung to him, crying, but he himself was drowning. Nights became unbearable. The twins would wake up screaming, calling for their mama, and no lullaby seemed to soothe them. Their small hands would hold onto each other under the blanket, whispering through tears, maybe she will come back tomorrow. Alexander tried everything, doctors, child therapists, even expensive sleep specialists, but nothing helped. The children refused to sleep alone, refused to let go of their grief. The mansion's once bright rooms were dimmed with drawn curtains, their toys untouched, their laughter silenced. That was when Alexander decided to hire a nanny. Not just any nanny. He interviewed dozens, dismissing each one for lacking something he could not even name. Until one woman arrived, carrying no impressive resume, no polished perfection, but something else, gentleness. Her name was Irina, a woman in her mid-30s, with tired eyes that suggested she too had walked through storms in life. She didn't try to charm Alexander with rehearsed words. Instead, she sat down on the floor with the twins, letting them come to her, not forcing smiles but simply offering quiet presence. Sophia crawled into her lap without a word, while Mikhail leaned against her shoulder. Alexander watched, his guarded heart trembling, as if some invisible wall had cracked. Days turned into weeks. Irina didn't try to replace Elena. She never mentioned herself as Mama, or tried to erase the children's grief. She simply became a safe place, a steady voice, someone who could hold their pain without pushing it away. But nights remained the hardest. No matter what lullaby Irina sang, no matter how many fairy tales she told, the twins' eyes stayed wide open, shimmering with tears. They would whisper, "We can't sleep. What if Mama comes back and we're not awake?" That sentence pierced Irina's heart. One evening, when the storm outside mirrored the storm inside the house, Irina tucked the children into bed once more. They clutched her hands tightly, refusing to let go, their eyes begging for answers she didn't have. And then she whispered a single phrase, so simple yet so powerful it changed everything. "Your mama is not gone, she lives in your hearts, and she only rests when you rest too. If you don't sleep, she can't sleep either." The twins froze, staring at her with wide, trembling eyes. For a moment, there was silence, heavy with the weight of grief. Then Sophia whispered, "Mama wants to sleep too." Irina nodded softly, her voice breaking as she said, Yes, little ones. And she watches you every night. If you close your eyes, she will be right there, smiling, holding you as you dream. That night, for the first time in months, the twins let go. They nestled into their pillows, still holding each other's hands, and slowly, their breathing softened. Within minutes, they were asleep, faces peaceful as though Elena herself had kissed them goodnight. Irina sat by their side, tears slipping down her cheeks, whispering a silent prayer of gratitude. Alexander, who had been watching from the doorway, covered his face with his hand, overcome with emotions he had buried for too long. From that moment, everything began to change. The twins started to sleep more peacefully, waking up without nightmares. Their little laughter returned, tentative at first, but soon filling the mansion once again. They began to run through the gardens, play with their toys, and even talk about their mother with smiles instead of only tears. Irina's words had given them permission to heal, to rest, to believe that love never truly disappears. For Alexander, watching his children's healing was both painful and beautiful. He realized he had been trying to fight grief instead of walking through it. Irina, with her simple compassion, had done what wealth and power could not. She had reminded him, and his children, that love never dies, it only changes form. Slowly, Alexander began to open up too, joining bedtime routines, telling the twins stories about their mother, allowing laughter to mix with tears. As the months passed, Irina became more than a nanny. She became part of the family, not replacing Elena, but carrying her memory forward with grace. Alexander often found himself lingering by the nursery door, watching Irina's soft presence with his children, feeling something he hadn't allowed himself to feel in a long time, hope. And one evening, as he tucked his twins in alongside Irina, Sophia whispered, "Papa, Mama is happy now, right? Because we sleep." Alexander's voice broke as he kissed her forehead and said, "Yes, my love. She is smiling at you every night." And for the first time, he truly believed it. Sparkling heart, dear friends, if this story touched your heart, please show your love, like this video, share it with someone who needs comfort, subscribe to Royal Stories, and leave a comment below. Your engagement helps keep these stories alive and spreading hope to others. Sparkling heart, Sparkle's special request. Comment below what you believe. Do our loved ones watch over us from above? Sparkles.